personally do not think it's a good look to throw shade, as we say, at someone, especially when that someone is in the same field as you, in the same profession as you. Even if you're not being a hater, you're gonna look like you're a hater. And this is the thing, it's two sides. There's always two sides. So on one side, and I'll use me as an example. Let's say there's a comedian and he has 2 million followers. Everybody just loves that comedian. The comedian is just going all over the world. And then I get sent the comedian's video, and me personally, I don't think the video is funny. Does that mean I'm jealous of that comedian? No, it does not. There are songs that are hit songs that everybody love. I could hear it and be like, it just doesn't do anything for me. That's my opinion. I have a right to an opinion. So it doesn't make me a hater. It doesn't make me jealous. But the flip side of that is, that's my personal opinion. But now, if I go out of my way to mention that comedian to other people, to write posts about that comedian, and trying to kind of poke fun and down that comedian's success, that I might have to check my heart, because that might be a little envy there. That might be a little jealousy. Is it that I just don't think the comedian is funny? Then he's just not my style, or is it that I'm a little envious because that comedian is doing better than I am? Hey, you know what I'm saying? And that's also, you got to be careful. If you don't like somebody, if they're not your personal taste, that's totally fine. You have a right to your opinion, and you don't have to follow anybody. You can unfollow. You don't have to like their videos, all that kind of stuff. But when you have to go out of your way to throw shade and talk about somebody else, and that other person doesn't even know you, ain't thinking about you, but you steady have that person's name in your mouth, you might want to go do a heart check. You might have a little Saul in you. You might have a little Saul in you, a little jealousy, a little envy. You know what I'm saying? And it happens. Singers do it. Preachers do it. It happens. Preachers. You don't like that other preacher? You don't like that preacher's style? Hey, I totally understand. But if you gotta keep throwing shade at that other preacher, is it that you just don't like that preacher's style, or is it the fact that preacher gets 50,000 views when they post a video and your videos get 57? You know what I'm saying? Is there a little hate there? There's a little jealousy. You're a little jealous. Oh, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? And it's just ridiculous. And like I say, what's the point? If you don't like somebody, if that's not your cup of tea, that's cool. But why you gotta keep shading and throwing shade and then trying to get other people and telling them so they can try to get on board with you? You know what I'm saying? And then the person you shading don't even know who you are. They ain't think about you. Just stuff like that. And if we all are honest, there have all been times where we kind of had to search our hearts and be like, oh, Lord, a little Saul spirit that rose up in me here. The devil, let me get this out of here. And you don't need to have that. Don't hate on no folks. And again, if you don't like somebody, if everybody loves this song, if everybody loves this singer, that doesn't mean you gotta love this singer. If everybody loves this preacher, everybody say this preacher is the best preacher, and that preacher just doesn't really do it for you, you have a right to your opinion. That's totally fine. But if you gotta keep a week, 2 weeks, a month, 2 months, you gotta keep telling everybody how much you don't like that preacher, how much you don't like that singer, and throwing shade, you might be a little jealous. You might, and none of us, we never like to admit that we are jealous of me. You know how we talk. I ain't jealous. I got my own. I didn't think it was, But you better check your heart. That you still talking about this woman? She ain't thinking about you. You still dogging this guy out? He don't even know who you are. Why is that person's name constantly in your mouth, but you don't like him? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Oh, you better. You might be a little Saul in you. You might have a little Saul. You might want to get that taken care of. Get that out of you. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.